What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists? Welcome to this episode of Call of Cthulhu. Now, as always, I'm Peter from Mini Warzone, and in this episode of Call of Cthulhu, what I want to look at is the keeper screen. As you can see, I've still got it still in the cellophane. Now, I think this is the official one from Chaosium. Yeah, it is. So I'm going to have a look at this. I'll just read to you. On the back is a bit of blurb you get. It does say on here, the all-important rules, charts and maps at a glance. Now, of course, I'm going to look at this because, I mean, all screens are good, whether you're playing D&D or Cyberpunk, Werewolf, Vampire, whatever. But some are better than others. So I'm going to have a look inside this and see if everything I want to be there is there. But I will just read this blurb out on the back, so bear that in mind. I'm reading the back cover here. The keeper screen is an essential play aid for those running games of Call of Cthulhu. This is a free panel keeper screen mounted on thick hardcover stock, folding out to 34 inches wide. One side, intended to face the players, portrays glorious artwork. The rear of the screen, the keeper's side, collects and summarises important rules, statistics and charts to assist the keeper when running games. And here's the bit which is really cool. Inside are 2 ready-to-play scenarios set in Lovecraft Country during the 1920s, Blackwater Creek and Miss Dews. 12 ready-to-play pre-generated investigators, now that's super cool, and colour maps of Lovecraft Country, the world of Cthulhu and Arkham environs. Call of Cthulhu 7th edition, you must have at least one copy of the Call of Cthulhu Keeper rulebook to play Call of Cthulhu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally kind of unbox this now. So we'll get back to you once I've done that. Okay, so now I've opened it. You can see basically what you get inside the cover. So that was just kind of wrapped around it, really. It's just a piece of paper, but that's cool. And you see the other items in question. You've got the screen itself, which is right in front of me now. Then I've got my references and maps here, which look fantastic, I have to say. And then I've got Miss Dews and Blackwater Creek here, which again we'll look at. But first of all, we'll take a look at the screen itself. Nice thick hardboard, really sturdy. You can see the artwork here, and I'll put some pictures up or whatever. But opening it up, what have I got? Well, one thing along the top is this extreme insanity and extreme difficulty gauge, which is kind of cool here. Goes right across the top here. So we've got determining difficulty levels. Now that looks really good. Something which is fairly easy, but sometimes you just want a quick. Would that come under that? And you just need a little quick read of the paragraph to reaffirm what your thoughts are on whether something is a regular difficulty, hard or extreme difficulty. You've got bonus and penalty dice, when to add them and stuff. You've got firearms difficulties penalty table. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's a little bit about firearms here and armor values. Now, we know that this is not a combat orientated game, but because of that, when it comes up, if you're not used to doing the combat, then it's going to take time flipping through the rule books and so on and it'll interrupt the flow of the game. You've got all that here. You've got forms of damage, and you've got combat itself in terms of melee, which could be very handy. It's going to happen, not a lot, like the likes of D&D and so forth. Let me just move my camera back a bit. There we go. But it is going to happen. You got some other interesting things on here. Bouts of madness in real time. These are just some phases of insanity, sanity cost examples. For instance, if you wake up trapped in a coffin, it's 0 to 1d6 insanity. That could be, you know, if a gigantic severed head falls from the sky, it's 2d10 plus 1. You know, it's kind of cool. It's got spells and tomes. Rather than have them here, it's got the page numbers. Now that's pretty handy. So instead of having all that information here, you still have to flip through it. It's just like, so you're bored up, you're playing your game, you need a spell, you know, I want to look it up, but it's a page, it's page, you know, 175, for instance. It just tells you that. Well, so then you can go straight to the book, straight to the page, and that's good. I like that. Insanity effects, damage diagram, chases. Now that's pretty handy. That's both running chases and vehicle chases. So, I mean, that's something which happens from time to time. Collisions, vehicle collisions, and wounds, and how to deal with wounds. So that is pretty cool. So that is your screen. The best way. There's usually one way to fold it or something. Well, like that will do. We'll just pop that to one side here. Well, let's look at this. Misdews and Blackwater Creek. So 2 scenarios which I won't be able to go into until I've had a chance to run them. But I can have a quick look through here. Well, the book itself, yeah, feels good. Artwork, I mean, I like all the artwork on from what I've seen of Call of Cthulhu. Some is more terror and mythos evoking than others, but you know, I like it all. So open it up. I love opening a new book, don't you? It's just fantastic. And inside, okay, so it tells you that this is the one that came with the keeper's screen. It's got the contents, Blackwater Creek, and Misdews. So it's got the introduction. So it just tells you the locations, presumably on the maps. Yes, well laid out. Anyways, nice glossy covers, even though black and white, but there's a nice glossy feel to it. Well, kind of a matte but gloss. It's hard to explain. Yeah, so this looks pretty good. It's got just the different maps here. Let's have a look. I don't think this is your it might be your pre-generated characters. Yes, this could be them. There's letters, which of course that's something else. Player handouts. Now you could just say, you know, you get handed a letter and it says, and then you read it out. Obviously, it would be. I know what a lot of people do to add more atmosphere to the game is they write out the letters or things, artifacts, whatever it is they find. They make them, and they hand them to the players as a real thing. And a lot of love and craft goes into these props, and it looks, from what I've seen, to really add to the game. So you know, you can bear that in mind as well. So there's all that going on. Character sheets, which these pre-gen ones can be just, you know, presumably photocopied. Otherwise, there's not much point keeping them here, is there? But so photocopied out of the book. Which saves you an awful lot of time when you think, well, I want to play this game. This will enable us to get going quickly. And that's, yeah, it's the same. So it's the same deal for both scenarios. Looks pretty cool. Talks about the pre-gen characters again. There we go. Right, so that's that. Let's pop that to one side. Now what we've got here, we've got a keeper references booklet here. So To quickly generate an investigator, you've got the quick fire method here, and skill points, what do they mean? So this is all designed to get you up and going really quickly. It's got all your skills, the base chances there, some sample phobias, sample manias, all designed to add, you know, colour to a character. Sample poisons, mythos tomes. Yeah, more mythos tomes, and the dates for them as well, presumably of publication. Weapons tables, handguns, hand-to-hand weapons, rifles, shotguns, assault rifles. Obviously, it looks a bit pulp, doesn't it? But explosives, wow. And now this is good. Keep a rulebook index. Things that might crop up here, and an index. How cool is that? That's the sort of thing you need in role-playing games. There's loads of it. Spells and their listings. So that's kind of like an extended version of the screen. Now I have the maps. Now it boasts full color maps, and indeed they are that. So one-sided, and that's cool. So we've got this map here, map of the Earth, is it? I think. Yeah. So large areas. Then we have, what's this one here? Lovecraft Country. Now these are bigger versions of what you get in the books. If I can just open that out. You have these in the rule books, but there they are. They're just large versions of what you get in the book. Hopefully you can see that, because with this in front of me I can't see if I'm on the screen or not, but hopefully I am. And of course, Arkham, Massachusetts, which again is a larger version of what you get in the rule books. Really nicely done, beautifully done actually. Gorgeous. Love these maps. And some, there's more maps here. Building maps. Now that's pretty cool. And not to mention very handy. And these are double-sided, heavy woods, southern Vermont, you got all that there. And then some blank character sheets. So really everything, you know, even if you don't have a photocopier or a way of transcribing the pre-generated characters into your own investigator sheets, you've got everything you need here. So two cool looking scenarios, and I'm going to obviously look into them. So all that comes in this cover, like I say, and you saw it with the cellophane on. And for that, you get all that for about £25 on eBay. Well, that's where I got mine. So, but yeah, looking forward to delving into it. But that is essentially what you get with the Keeper's screen. And yeah, like I say, I'm looking forward to getting into these scenarios, these ready-to-play ones. I think I'm a ways to go for, because I'm just getting into Call of Cthulhu, though I'm I'm quite experienced with running games. I appreciate the ethos of this game is hugely different to the ones I've been used to, which have been more, hack and slash and combat oriented, firefighting, that kind of thing. This is more of a mystery, unraveling the mystery type of game, and I'm super looking forward to that aspect of this game. So I will, when we run these games, these scenarios, I'll wait till we've run them a couple of times until, because thinking about it, well, I'll wait till I've done both of them with the group I'm going to be playing with. Then I'll let you know what our findings were. I can't really speak. I mean, I presume you can play them again, but I don't know if players will have full knowledge then. So, with those spoilers, it'll probably change the game hugely. I don't know till I look into it. But if that's the case, we'll just wait until we've done it once, and we'll have a look then. But there you go. Call of Cthulhu, Keeper's Screen. Something cool to add to your Call of Cthulhu RPG arsenal. So, thanks very much for watching. Remember, all brushes lead to war. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.